Many years ago, I declared war on passwords, or at least engaged in an ongoing information campaign against poor password hygiene. This comes as no surprise to anyone who regularly reads my articles, of course. However, what surprised me was discovering that I finally have an ally in the US government, which has suddenly taken dangerous password practices very seriously indeed. It's been a long time in coming. Still, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, which is under Department of Homeland Security oversight, has warned businesses that relying upon passwords alone can be exceptionally risky and advised this should be avoided by all organizations. On August 30th, CISA added the use of single-factor authentication to the official bad practices list. Using such authentication alone, a username and password, in other words, is bad for all businesses, CISA says, but particularly so for those systems that support critical infrastructure operations. The agency warns that doing so is dangerous and significantly elevates risk to national security, national economic security, and national public health and safety. What is even more surprising is that it's taken until now for such a dangerous security practice to get added to that list and I hope you are sitting down, it only joins 2 other entries. Look, I appreciate that CISA admits the naughty step list does not include every possible inadvisable cybersecurity practice, but just 3 entries? The other 2, for your information, are not to use end-of-life or unsupported software and the avoidance of known, fixed or default passwords. All 3 entries are stated to be especially egregious if done so with tech that's internet accessible. What is good practice, no matter what kind of organization you are, and applies equally to individuals, is to multi-factor authenticate all the things. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, is, as the name suggests, the use of a mixture of different authentication methodologies from different categories. It used to be the case that there were 3 generally accepted factor categories: knowledge, what you know; possession, what you have; and inherence, what you are. But 2 additional factors can now be added in the shape of location, where you are, and behavior, what you do. Let's take 2-factor authentication, 2FA, as an example, as most people probably best understand this. This is usually applied using the knowledge factor through a username and password, supplemented with a secondary possession factor such as a hardware key, smartcard, or a one-time code delivered by an app. The latter is interesting because this can also offer a 3rd factor for valid multi-factor authentication in a buy one get one free way.